and then 20 years from now, be an old man and just go through that YouTube channel, just reliving all the moments. Um, but anyway, imagine like 100 years ago being poor. What the fuck would you do? You don't even have television. God, these days you can own like a computer and the internet and have access to all this stuff, either legally or illegally. Like I don't even know what I would do with money. Outside of, well, I know what I would do with money. I would have just invested in people and projects. But like, let's just say I had no people and no projects that I ever wanted to do. My life felt complete, and I was just given millions and millions. Let's say like $3 billion. Let's say I made a really good game and then sold it because I didn't really want to work on it and had no life ambitions and wanted to have just like $3 bajillion. I would be content just sitting in an apartment playing computer games on my computer. That I wouldn't need to buy a $7 million house. Alright, so the only change I need to do to these current classes I have are, I gotta make them drinking. So, when you play Drunks and Dragons, you replace health and abilities with drinks. So basically, you just take drinks instead of taking damage. But I also need to make it so using abilities costs drinks. So, like, all the health and armor, we don't need that fucking shit. We don't need any health. I've done quite a few junk streams. From my logic, the first 100 drinks, which I'd say, see, drinks are, they're sips. You know, that's typically what they are. If you're taking sips, mostly because you're doing it really fast. I'd say until you get to about 100 sips, which would be, I don't know, that's when you're pat through a case of drinks. Either coolers or beers, or in Deadbone's case, you finished the bottle. I'd say that first 100 or so drinks, you're able to be, you know, intelligent. After that, you're probably screwed. So with that in mind, since I was basing all of these guys with having 30 health, we should assume that everyone has 100 health. Okay? We should assume everyone has about 100 health. And deal damage accordingly. So I would say anytime we attack a player, we probably want to attack the player for about 5 damage or so. Which would be 5 drinks. Now, taking 5 drinks at once wouldn't be fun. We'll have to just do a lot of AE damage. No, okay. So what we'll do is we'll make it so we're only attacking people for 1 or 2 drinks. That's fine. But we're going to have to make it so some of these special abilities cost drinks. So the problem is I can't use 1D because that D is for dice. I need a small acronym for drink. I could just put 1 drink, but that just wouldn't seem clever. I'm gonna put 1 dink because that's actually less clever than 1 drink, and I'm kind of known for being not very clever. Okay, so that's 1 dink. Charge is 1 dink. I'd say whirlwind is 2 dinks. Dink is also a funny word. Dink is another word for penis, which just, I mean, if we're going to be playing this game, if we have to constantly say 1 dink, that's pretty funny. Dink is like the perfect word. It's like between drink and dank. You get dink. Surely that's 1 dink. 1 dink. And throw will be 1 dink. So why don't we just say all abilities cost 1 dink? If you're going to use an ability, it costs a dink. So, anytime you take damage, take a drink. Anytime you use a special ability, take a dink. Why is there your first aid when you have health? That's a good question. Our healing abilities are quite... We're gonna have to make it preemptive. Does it make sense to make abilities that are anti-drink? This is also easier because then we don't have to count health for this game. It's actually more fun because your health is directly connected to your real health. It makes the game much more realistic. Haha. Chivalry is pretty amazing because you take drinks for other players. Like, this is a true warrior class. This is a very Dead Bones class, I would say. It allows Dead Bones to take drinks for others. It's very... Well, I say what we'll do is we'll just cut out all the healing abilities and give them a choice between 5. That seems pretty simple. Alright, let's make sure all these abilities works. Raise shield, preventing all damage for you and anyone directly behind you. Look how powerful this is. This is your anti-drink. This is your anti-drink ability. You know? This is good. This is good. Taking all drinks. Like, Chivalry is clearly... Do you know this is amazing? Like, you can just take all these dinks. I'm just going to call them dinks. Anywhere where it says you would drink, I'm going to just write the word dink. Alright, Lumberjack. Mount still works. Companion still works. Drinking the maple syrup will heal the player for 5. Will allow you you can drink the bottle of maple syrup instead of a single dink cost. So what I'll do is I'll make it so anytime somebody uses the sticky maple syrup, if they drink or toss it, they can I'll just give them like a maple syrup card. I'm gonna have to tell the Buffalo Wizards that if they want to be a lumberjack, they will need to bring a bottle of actual maple syrup that they can drink instead. Can you drink maple syrup? Hold on. I'm gonna see if I have maple syrup. I don't even have a webcam plugged in. What do you guys care? What do you think I'm not gonna... Do you guys honestly believe that I wouldn't drink? Look, I'll read the bottle. Aunt Jemima's syrup. In French, it's syrup. Original suggested servings, 750 milliliters. Like, I obviously have to take a sip of this. It's like if this was real syrup and not Aunt Jemima syrup. Oh, though, man, is that better? I'm not sure if taking a sip of maple syrup is actually better than just drinking. I think I would actually want to drink. Ugh. It's the aftertaste that gets you. Did you guys not see the what the stream's called? It's called the Nothing Ever Happened stream. If I was to turn on a webcam and drink maple syrup from the bottle, you know, that would be something happening. I find a lot of people do not actually like real syrup. They like the fake stuff. Aunt Jemima, well, I should call it fake stuff, but they like the Aunt Jemima stuff more. Ugh, dude, I feel gross. We're going to have to rewrite this ability, though. You can drink the bottle of maple syrup. See, like, that's not very good. Dude, seriously, I really wish. Dude, drinking maple syrup is not going to be included in our game. Somebody will throw up. Whoever is my lumberjack will throw up. That's not happening. I'm not requiring everyone to bring a bottle of maple syrup to the table. Why do I have fake maple syrup? I don't know. It's cheaper. I don't. Yeah, I'm born Canadian. Do I really have to have a bottle of maple syrup? Does every American have a gun and a case of beer in their fridge? I doubt it. Like, who keeps a gun in their fridge? That's ridiculous. Alright, drink, toss, or throw a bottle of sticky syrup. You can drink the bottle. This ability it's such a good ability. I really like this ability. Oh well. We'll just have to cut the maple syrup ability. It's a shame. Such a waste. Alright. Heals the target. Hit for 8 damage. Makes the target take a drink. Why would you ever throw this to an ally then? You know, it's... We're going to have to change this. Rename the alchemist to alcoholic. That doesn't make any sense. An alcoholic drinks all his brews. Alchemists don't necessarily drink all their brews. An alchemist can still make alcohol. I don't need to change the class. The class already still works. If anything, alchemist is already a good fit. See, what do you got? So I thought about that for the other two abilities. Shielding you against future drinks. That doesn't sound very fun. There's so many grammar errors, Rob. Well, congratulations, Willie D. One of the skills that you grew up with, that you excel at, is grammar, punctuation, and spelling. I don't have that skill. And you know what's really annoying? It's like the fact that people with good grammar, spelling, and punctuation feel they always have to correct my there and theirs. Like there's no other social interaction in which people just point that out and not look like total dicks. Like, imagine if you parked and somebody just came up to you and was like, "Hey, your steering wheel's a little slanted." Imagine if you looked back at him and it's like, "Your eyes are a little slanted." See? Both of those are offensive. Just leave me alone. I don't spell very good or well. I don't know which one. Is it good? Is it well? Fuck you. I don't care. I didn't develop the skill. I'm almost 30. I'm probably never going to develop the skill. Stop trying to fucking teach me it. Just let me fucking do... You know what? It doesn't even matter. You know why? Because most of the stuff I'll just get somebody to proofread or fucking Google. Like, look, if I spell bear and I spell it with a Y, I can just right-click that and I can research this word bear and I can go to a YouTube channel about it and learn about... This was a bad example, but most of the time they're good about this. Alright. I need to replace this one. So the funny thing is, as Dungeon Master, I will not have to drink at all. I guess I'll just take a drink every time they defeat an enemy. But I won't have to drink. Last year at Minecon, when I was the Dungeon Master, I took every single drink for every bit of damage monsters took until Good and Dokim made me stop. They told me I was not allowed to have any more. Even though, in my mind, I was able to run the game just fine, completely out of my mind. So... There was like points where people were like, "I don't want to take shots," and I was like, "Fuck you, then I will take your shot." And they're like, "No, no, no!" And I don't like it when people don't respect my table. If I pour those drinks onto the table, someone is drinking them. If you don't, your dungeon master will step in and take the drinks for you. I'll just need to do something completely different. But it needs to be... Alright, so what are some alternatives? Some alternatives would be... Scroll down. Roll again. Roll again's a fun cop-out. It makes people roll the dice again. Shield you from a drink. Not that fun. I don't think you should be able to shield from drinks all that much. Especially in the early game. Like, I mean, at the very start of the game, I need to throw some flamethrowers at these fuckers. Because we need to get some damage going in. I could do something mobility-based. That wouldn't really make a lot of sense. Teleports, extra movement. I've already done damage, so I don't really want to do damage. So both of those are pretty... Dude, like, what's the hotkey for strikeout? It's like Control Shift... Alt Shift 5. Who the fuck decided that was a good hotkey? I don't like any of these... Deflecting drinks doesn't really work with this ability. This ability used on your turn. Alright. That's a stupid and awesome suggestion. Double down elixir. Double the effect. Re-roll the dice and double the effect of the next potion you roll. Reroll the dice for this ability. So, what would that let you do? If you re-rolled and then you rolled a D1, you would get... Wait, but how do you get one of each potion? Oh, here we go. Here we go. All that does is... That's just complicated. That's just stupid. Alright, we'll just make it a reroll. You're an expert at throwing potions. You must get rid of the potion before the end of your turn, else it'll explode and you'll take 3 damage. Fuck that. I don't like this at all. I don't like anything about this. It's getting too complicated. Like, taking out healing just fucks some of this. I think I just need to gut this ability. Yeah. That ability's getting gutted. The transmutation potion's fine. Duplication potion is fine. You have half the health. Technically, you can use the duplication potion, and it's just going to reduce all damage you deal to one. And you're obviously going to take more damage because you get hit more. It's too complicated anyway. Firebomb is fine. Ancient Ritual is fine. Man, was I drunk when I made these abilities? I don't remember drinking anything on Christmas, so... I don't remember being intoxicated in any way. Transmute a handheld object within melee range into a different material of your choice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. We'll just cut the Brew of Potions ability. Okay. How's it the Painter? I don't like the Painter. Painter is a dumb class. Alright. So what do I got? I got the Alchemist, the Lumberjack, the Warrior. Or the other classes. You guys want Painter, but fuck you guys. Fuck chat. Let me take the Sorcerer. I think the Sorcerer was the one that was supposed to win anyway. Take out some of these dead abilities. Yeah, we'll cut everything down to 5 abilities. That's fine. a wizard staff because the sorcerer stole it. Deals 3 damage. Oh, you ready for this? Deals 4 damage. Deals 4 damage, 5 range. Costs a drink. Look at that. You can deal more. You can deal so much damage as a sorcerer, but you gotta drink more. Okay, so we don't want to make any of these abilities necessarily based on drinking, and no, sorcerer won't get that drunk because he's going to be mostly ranged. Alchemist, you'd think is mostly ranged, but they have so many stupid abilities that's kind of all over the place. Let's do cleric first. Cleric will be fun. Actually, do we have paladin? We'll leave paladin. Paladin's more iconic. Blessing of Strength, clearly, is an ability you can have. Target ally. Alright. See, we didn't make this as a drinking game, so the second half, the next 3 classes I make are going to have a lot more attachments to drinking. Target gains a powerful blessing. Let's rewrite this. Cast a blessing on a target within 5 spaces. This blessing, what will this blessing do? This blessing allows the target to deal double damage until end of combat.